or keep you from danger. Let me be your shield.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright guys, welcome back to the channel here. Trying to get some more videos out. I get behind and whatnot, but so today we got an interesting one. Something that's just on my mind. We're going to try out what the difference is between different lengths of suppressors. Yes, we all know what the difference is. They're longer ones are quieter, shorter ones are not. But I want to make a video with my cans for me and also for you guys to see what the difference is, sound signature, all that stuff. Also, I get to see the recoil impulse differences, stuff like that, velocity differences. I'm going to be running the chronograph, and I'll be telling you guys what speeds I get. If you get more speed out of a 9-inch can versus an 8-inch, you know, that'll be interesting. So we're going to be running the Hydrogen L, which is a 9-inch can from Otter Creek Labs. The tan one in front is a 224 Vapor from SRT Arms. And then the black one with the Recoil X muzzle brake on it is a Diligent Defense Enticer S, the steel version. So you're going to get a little difference in steel versus titanium sound-wise. Stuff like that. I am going to be shooting 2 shots into the hillside and then 1 shot into a steel plate with each can. So 3 shots per can, but 1 will be on steel. Listen to that steel impact. Do you hear the steel more clear with a longer can? Yes, it's at 100 yards, so you hear it pretty clear, but I'm almost positive that, like with the Recoil X brake, the steel signature will not be near as loud as these, because the when you fire the shell or the bullet, it's just that much louder coming through that can that you don't hear the sound signature on steel that as great. So it'll actually be a louder steel signature with these longer cans. But so we basically got a 9-inch can. The SRT is an 8-inch can. I think I forgot to say that. And then the Diligent is a 6 3/4-inch can. But then we have a 3-port brake off the end, which makes it, I think it's close to 8 inches after you put that on there. So that is what it is. I probably should run the Diligent with the end cap, but I'm not going to. I could do a separate video on that. I actually have a 30 cal end cap and the 5.56 end cap. And I did some testing with that when I first got it, and it is significantly quieter with the 5.56 end cap if you have a 223 or 6 millimeter. But otherwise, the Diligent is quite a bit louder, and I definitely recommend wearing Ear Pro if you're shooting the Diligent Enticer S. Unless you're hunting, you know, yada yada, but if you're going to be just shooting 20 rounds or something, I would definitely wear Ear Pro. The other cans, I don't really see needing Ear Pro, but I will be wearing Ear Pro in the video just for the sake of the video and because of that particular Enticer can. But otherwise, it's going to be pretty sweet. We're going to shoot my 22 GT. I've got it put in my XLR MV Pro chassis this time. So this will be pretty neat, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope we all learn something from it. So, thank y'all. Okay, so we're going to start off with the Hydrogen L, the 9-inch can. This is the longest one. We're going to put 2 in the hillside and 1 at a plate of steel at 100 yards. Here we go. The chronograph reads 34:87. 3511. A little bit of difference there. Might have been something with the powder or something. Now we're going to put one on that steel plate. $35.11. That's the exact same as the last one. We're going to go ahead and switch cans and get on with the next one. Okay, can number 2, we're going to shoot the SRT 224 Vapor. This is an 8-inch can, so an inch shorter than the last one. We're just going to be looking for any differences in sound compared to 9 and 8 inches here. So here we go, 2 in the hill and 1 on the plate. $34.92 on the chronograph. $35.08. Now 1 on the steel plate. $34.97. I can tell a little bit of difference even though I'm wearing the Ear Pro, but this is a little bit louder, but not by much. So on to the next can. Okay, last but not least, the Diligent Enticer S. This is going to be a 6 3/4 inch suppressor, but then I'm running the Recoil X brake on the front. So it's going to be significantly louder, but it'll be a good comparison to see what non-brake suppressors and brake suppressors sound like. But I will add, this suppressor without the brake is not near as quiet as the other two. It's quite a bit louder. $35.03. $34.99. Now we're going to put 1 on steel. $34.96. I will say my load for this gun was built to this suppressor, so I find it interesting, but yes, the chronograph speeds are more consistent with this can, but it's also the can I built the load to. So anyways, that's all 3 cans. Thank you all for sticking around, and I hope you learned something as well as I did, and it'll just be cool to see what these different cans sound like. I do have, I'm going to be picking up a Thunder Beast Ultra 7 here soon, so I might have to redo this test with that, and I might even next time run this with the brake and run it without the brake, just to see what the difference is. But I will, like I said, the Diligent is, you have to almost wear Ear Pro when shooting this can, in my opinion. It's so much louder than these two. It's a very big difference. But for $400, it's a very good bang for your buck can. So anyways, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for sticking around. We'll see y'all.